brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Cleveland is the city and town, orange and brown. You know what's going down, we reppin' that dog pound. Fans going crazy, dogs want a bone. Offense headed straight to the end zone. Ground game, pound game, this is our season. Now we need to stop. Let's go defense, special team, running back 6 for the score. Extra point good and the whole crowd roar. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go, brownies, here we go. Here we go.
Good afternoon, what's up and what's good, and welcome to All About Sports 216, Cleveland Browns pregame show with me, Keith Allen, on this Sunday afternoon. Unfortunately, my co-host Ed from Columbus will not be with us today. He's dealing with some stuff. Prayers go out to him. Much prayers go out to him. But anyway, today is another week for the Browns. The Browns are 3-11 and in the cellar of the AFC North, and they will be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals today. Now, first things first, the chat lines are open. Feel free to holler at a brother. Hit me up. Let's talk about the Browns. I ain't gonna take too much of y'all time, because, hey, I mean, it's December, the Browns are out of it, and, you know, it is what it is, basically. But hit me up if you got something to say, or if you just want to speak to a brother, holler at a brother, get the likes up for me. I want y'all to like this video, share this video, and also, I want you also as well, because I need y'all bad here. Not asking y'all to pay anything or nothing like that. I just need y'all to subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. That's right. Subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel, where you'll be getting content from this show, content from the All About Sports 216 Sports Show, and also the Triad Committee. Got a little delayed, but they will be back on very soon. I don't know, maybe during the holiday season. Maybe next week. And I'm sorry about that and everything, but it's partly my fault. But, you know, sometimes work duty calls and everything. So, you know, we can't help that. But to end the business for the business today, the Cleveland Browns are taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I ain't got no graphics today and everything, because I'm going to be honest. I didn't know if I wanted to do a pregame show today, I'll be honest. Because, I mean, the Browns are out of it. Matter of fact, they've been out of it for quite some time. And let's just say the forecast for the Browns is looking quite bleak right now. Very bleak right now for the Browns. 3-11. Let's see. Jameis Winston is not starting today. DTR is the starting quarterback today. And we'll see what happens against the Bengals and everything, you know. I really don't have much to say. All I can say is, as soon as I get finished, I'm a little distracted for the moment, because I'm up here trying to share the show and stuff like that, share the broadcast. But all I'm going to say is, during this week, the great Myles Garrett has spoke as far as the Browns. He has spoken, and he said some things that, truthfully, I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not surprised, because like I said, it is what it is this year for the Browns, and nobody knows. I don't think the Browns have a plan for the future, and the Browns are probably looking at a rebuild, a severe rebuild, major rebuild. Because, like I said before, like I said on my show Friday, I said, are the Browns really serious about winning? And if they are serious about winning, they are going to have to make some changes immediately. Immediately after the season is over and everything, they're going to have to make some changes and change the culture for us, this team, whatnot. And be honest, and like I said, Miles, he's been here for about 8 years, and the window for the Browns presently as has closed for the Browns to contend has closed. Everything is like this year was just the cumulative of everything. It's one of those things this year where everything that could have went wrong has gone wrong. And they have to come up with a plan. They definitely have to come up with a plan because it's looking awfully ugly right now. Awfully ugly right now. Awfully ugly. As soon as I get finished with this, I'll be ready for everybody and stuff like that. Soon as. Here we go. Almost done. Thank you all for being patient. Thank you all for being patient. Also, shout out to the people that's watching on YouTube, Facebook, um, and X. Shout out to y'all. But the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett spoke, and he said he is not down for a rebuild. He is definitely not down for a rebuild. So, hey, basically said, hey, what y'all gonna do? As far as the Cleveland Browns. And a lot of people are surprised he said that, but I'm not. And actually, I don't blame him. He's put in years with this team. He's been here since 2017. So Miles has seen a rebuild. He was here doing an 0-16. He was here doing a first irrigation with Baker Mayfield. He's been here since Deshaun Watson has been here. And he's seen that countless times again this organization has failed to get everything that this team has needed at times through the years. So for him to come and say that, I'm not mad at him. And he deserves a chance to go for a championship in his career. Because I'm going to be honest, the four Browns that I really feel sorry for is Myles Garrett, Joe Bitonio, Denzel Ward, and Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb now is going through injuries. Nick Chubb won't be playing the rest of this year. He suffered a broken foot last week. Myles Garrett has been going through injuries too this year himself. And he lines up out there every Sunday. Every Sunday. Blood, sweat, and tears. And right now, for his career, he has nothing to show for it. Nothing at all. So, the Browns are going to have to make change. For real. And I'm going to say it like this. I hear a lot of people saying, well, we have to change coaches again. Why not? It's not working. Current irrigation that's going on, operations going on right now, isn't working. It's not working. 3-11. The record right now shows you that 3-11. And I'm gonna say this about the owner, Jimmy Haslam. If your main focus is just getting up a dome stadium, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if that is your main focus, please scrap the analytic crap, scrap the analytics crap, and get some football people here to run the stuff that goes on the football field while you concentrate on getting your dome stadium built. If you want to reassign DePodesta to the Dome Stadium Committee along with yourself, fine, do that. But get some competent football people into this organization so this team can be successful. Because right now, during your ownership, Jimmy, I hate to say this, they've been a joke. Now, Kevin Stefanski came in. He took the Browns away from temporarily from being the clowns. He temporarily took them from being the clowns, but in 5 years with Stefanski and Barry, they are who they are. 1 year up, when they play in the last place schedule, then when you got expectations, down. Down. 1 year up, 2 years down. 4th year, no really expectations, up. And especially since you had to play 5 quarterbacks last year. This year, expectations, trash. This team has become trash. Trash. And people wondering why Miles said what he said. It's probably a few other players that feel that way. Because think about this. By the time that dome gets built in 2029, half these players, a good percentage of these players are not even going to be with this football team by then. Because the players that are presently with the Browns team are worried about now. Now. Not worried about 2029. But like I said, Jimmy, if 2029 is your focus, no problem. But stay out of the way and hire some competent football minds that can handle the business that goes on the field while you concentrate on getting the money or whatever and stuff together to get the finance on whatever's right for your dome stadium. And if you want to take DePodesta with you on that project, fine, do that. But you and DePodesta stay the fuck out of football operations when it comes to the field. Hire some competent front office people that knows the football game, period. And so this team can get right. Get right, because right now, the way things are going, you about to lose another generation of fans. Another generation of fans are about to jump ship and leave and go root for the Steelers, go root for the Ravens, go root for the Bengals, go root for Buffalo, or go root for Detroit now, since Detroit is the hot shit now. So you got some decisions to make, and they need a whole change in culture. And don't get me wrong, I'm not in favor of Kevin losing his job or whatever. I ain't in favor really of nobody losing their job in these days and times. But right now, it's not getting done. It's not getting done for the Browns right now. And right now, they're going to have to come up with a plan. They're going to have to figure some stuff out. They're going to have some long, hard conversations in the offseason. I'm going to be honest with the Myles Garrett situation. You're going to have that heart to heart because if you know there is no quick fix, because right now the Browns are going to be in salary cap, you know what? Got a few bad contracts, and you still got the Deshaun Watson factor. You're going to have to face reality. And reality might mean you might have to say goodbye to Myles Garrett and probably get the maximum. But if you have to do that, I can't have the present regime drafting. Hell no. I cannot have the present regime drafting these players because they haven't shown me shit in the last 5 years. If you look at the first round picks that they did have, Jedrick Wills, Jedrick Business Decision Wills, and you had Tristan Wirfs available. Newsom's all right. He's a nickel corner at best. But for a first round pick, man. And right now, hey, it's not looking good personnel wise. But the Browns need to do a complete reboot and they're just going to do a purge. For real, they're just going to do a purge. And like I said, Kevin is a nice guy, but hey, right now they're going to have to make a change at the end of the season. And think about this. Change isn't always bad. And I'm going to give you two examples. Two. Matter of fact, two that's went on in this city. Matter of fact, on our sports teams over the last year. Cleveland Guardians. They had Tito Francona for the last 10 years, 10, 12 years. Made a change. Stephen Vogt got them to the ALCS. Got them to the ALCS. 3 games within the World Series. They'd have won 3 more games. They could have went to the World Series. Got them to the ALCS in his first year with a bunch of young cats. And the fact that his pitching staff is compromised. No Shane Bieber, no Tristan McKenzie, no Gavin Williams for half the season. And he got them to the ALCS. Change. Right now, another example is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers had J.B. Bickerstaff in command last season. J.B., honestly, you can make a case for J.B. could have stayed on. They could have kept J.B. And nobody probably would have said shit or complained about it at all because the franchise was going upwards. Think about it. JB came to this team when they hired JB when they made JB officially the head coach. This team was a disaster. A disaster. He got them competitive, changed the culture. First year, well, not the first year, but the year when we had the All-Star game here in Cleveland, 21-22, Cavs actually really should have went to the playoffs. But injuries late to Jared Allen got them down to the play-in, and, stuff happened from there on the play-in. But each year, under JB, the team went up, each year. And honestly, you could have made a case for him to run it back this year. But the Cavs wanted to go to the next level. So they hired Kenny Atkinson. And look now. With JB, the Cavs got to the second round of the playoffs last year, which people tend to forget. And they gave Boston all they could handle, despite no Donovan Mitchell, despite no Jared Allen. The team still competed. Now they did. End result was a 4-1 loss, but hey, it was an experience. And the Cavs could have easily ran it back with JB. But they decided that we need to take it to the next level. So they hired Kenny Atkinson. And look, voila, best record in the league. So far, best record in the league for the Cavs. What's up, Sean Hall? How you doing, big dog? What's going on with you, player? But like I'm saying, the Browns have to change the culture. Badly. I mean, badly. Because right now, it stinks. Think about it. This team commits stupid penalties. They make mistakes that you just be like, what in the world is going on with this football team? I mean, the offense is in flux. And today, DTR will be the starting quarterback today. And I mean, hey, this is the state where we are now. This is the state where we are. Because, like I said, with the Browns, they need a culture changer. And they need somebody that can just change everything, give it a whole brand new perspective of what it means to play football here in Cleveland. Because right now, the quarterback position right now for the Browns, and I hate to say it like this, your best quarterback right now is rehabbing his injury. Deshaun Watson. So that tells you where the Browns are right now at this moment. But he's recovering, he's in rehab and everything, and hopefully he can get his magic back. Hopefully. He can get his magic back next year, hopefully. But if I'm the Browns, they got to get a culture changer. They got to get a culture changer. And because right now, Sean said, yeah, let DTR get his reps in. Let's see what he can do. We shall see. We're going to find out today, against Cincinnati. Because Cincinnati doesn't have the greatest defense. But their offense, good Lord. Cincinnati offense, man, they can score on anybody. But defense-wise, this is going to be interesting. We're going to see what DTR can do, basically. We're going to see what he do. But, and this year, way the Browns looking in the draft, they'll probably draft like anywhere from probably 5th to 7th right now. So, of the two main quarterbacks available, you're not going to get those. But the Browns got holes anywhere. You name a position on the Browns, except for punter, I could tell you the Browns need him. You name any position on the football field except punter for the Browns, they need a guy. And all I can say for the Browns, but I don't trust the current brass as constructed to draft none of these players going forward in the future. And change has to come. The only messed up part about the change is I don't trust that Jimmy and them will make the right decision in hiring somebody. I don't. I really don't. So we as Browns fans are stuck between a rock and a hard place. And where we're at now, This team is nowhere near competing with Pittsburgh, competing with Cincinnati, competing with Baltimore, and what's up, Scott? What's going on? I've seen nothing out of DW where he could play another game for the Browns or any NFL team. He's washed. Yeah, we could say that, but only reason why I say it's a possibility that he can because you got to look. Aaron Rodgers had the same injury, and Aaron Rodgers is like 40 something. Kirk Cousins is like 36, 37. He had the same injury. But Sean got to want it himself. He got to want it himself. That's all I got to say with that. Agreed. Time for a culture change. Just imagine with Chase alongside Judy could be dangerous. Yes. Because right in Cincinnati, they have him. Yeah. Cincinnati might end up losing both receivers, Chase and T. Higgins. Because Cincinnati did the bait and switch. Said they was going to pay Chase, and they didn't. And Higgins, you know, it is what it is. He'll be unrestricted free agent this year. But we don't have no money. With the right quarterback, could be a factor too, yes. Because the main thing for the Browns is they got to get the quarterback right. For real, they got to get the quarterback right. Now, if they can get the quarterback right, a lot of the other problems, I won't say would go away, but they'll be masked. Because think about this. Buffalo done gave up a grand total of like 70-something points the past two games, but with Josh Allen, no problem. Now, they lost to the Rams, but they went in Detroit, and they beat the Lions. And Buffalo has to be considered a serious Super Bowl contender and stuff, even though I think until somebody knocks off KC, and the difference is you got to go to Kansas City and beat Kansas City. So, like I said, Buffalo is a prime example of a good quarterback solves a lot of your problems. A good quarterback. And think about this. In the last two games the Browns have played against Pittsburgh, against Kansas City, neither team, Kansas City or Pittsburgh, did nothing special against the Browns. They just did what the Browns do. They just didn't do what the Browns always do. They didn't make mistakes that would cost them. Where the Browns make mistakes all the time. Fumbles, interceptions, pre-snap penalties, mistakes, missed field goals, everything. Anything the Browns can do to sabotage a game, they do it. They do it. Pittsburgh didn't do nothing special against the Browns. They just didn't make a mistake. Kansas City didn't do nothing special against the Browns. Shit, Pat Mahomes had like a pedestrian game, but he didn't make the big blunder. And that's the difference. The Browns are doing what normal, terrible teams do every Sunday. Ways to lose games. What I've been hearing about Chase, what's up, Sean? He was always open for big plays and has been getting a lot of touches going his way with Burrow. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, when he do touch the ball, he make an impact. I'll be honest. He do touch the ball. Because, man, Cincinnati, whew, if they ever decided to invest. The Cincinnati Bengals are like the Cleveland Guardians of the NFL, to be honest. They're the Cleveland Guardians of the NFL. Offensive talent galore. defensively, but when the ownership decides, ownership wants to don't want to spend money, that's what you have. 6-8 football team. I do agree that I don't trust this front office in the draft or free agency. Got to get yes. Got to get rid of DePodesta and Andrew Berry at the very least. Stefanski, no, Stefanski's not helping this case. Not the right coach. Yeah, Scott, you hit the nail on the head all the way, Scott. That's what I've been saying all along. He's not the right guy. You need a culture changer. Matter of fact, you got a guy that could probably change the culture right now in the office with Mike Vrabel. And if the Browns are smart, they better holler at him. But they're going to have to reshuffle the way that front office is done. Like I said, if Jimmy and DePodesta go be part of the Dome Committee, leave the operations on the football field to the football people. Hire you a competent president and a GM. Get the analytics stuff out of there. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with analytics. Analytics are good for some things, but they cannot be your be all, end all in running a football organization. They cannot. They cannot. Scott hit the nail right on the head. And I think with Stefanski, probably needs a fresh start somewhere. He'll probably be an offensive coordinator somewhere else next year anyway, and stuff. So because way it looks, 3-14 is definitely on the horizon. 3-14. 3-14. It's definitely on the horizon. Usually, let's see. Around this time, I would do the picks. I don't have no illustrations or nothing today. Because like I said, at first I didn't know if I wanted to even do a show. But I said, fuck it. Might as well come on here, say what I got to say and everything, and hear everybody else's opinions and stuff like that and stuff. Now let me ask y'all real quick. Who do you think the Browns should pursue as a head coach? Well, really as a GM and a head coach. Who should they pursue? And honestly, Jimmy might have to do a Dan Gilbert and ride back up to Detroit and talk to Dorsey and give him an open checkbook and be like, look, you could be president of football operations. You can hire your own people. Whatever's on the football field, buddy, is yours. I will not interfere. I'll stay out the fucking way. I'm going to try to get the stadium built. But on the football field, Dorsey, that is all you. You handle that. And you can hire your own head coaches, do whatever. And, I mean, there's a few head coaches. I like Vrabel. I think Brian Flores will deserve a second shot. After that, defensive coordinator Glenn from Detroit, he might deserve a shot. But thing is, with the Browns, we don't need no first-time coaches. We don't need no first-time head coaches. We need somebody that's been there in the trenches before as a head coach that can set culture on the football field, where a lot of this bullshit that goes on during the games for the Browns will not be acceptable and they'll get dealt with immediately. They'll get dealt with immediately. But y'all think about that and everything. Y'all think about that. And by the way, let me ask y'all this. Did y'all see? Okay. I agree. The new GM should pick the coach, someone he wants to work with, whether Vrabel or whoever. That's true. So that GM or president thing, that should be the main focus. But if Jimmy and them wants to be on the Dome Committee, be on the Dome Committee, but just stay the fuck out the football room. Be on the Dome Committee, Jimmy. You could take DePodesta with you and be on the Dome Committee with you. But stay away from the football operations where it comes to the players, the drafting, the signing. Just cut the checks. Just cut the checks and get that stadium built. Cut the checks and get the stadium built. But stay away from the football operations, period. Hire some competent people that know what the fuck they doing. Please, because think about it, 25 years, and think about it. We in a time in the NFL where anybody can luck up, and turn into a contender. If you really think about it, the thing is designed in the NFL for you to be able to come up, and the Browns have not come up at all. At all. At all. Thanks, Scott. No doubt. For real. No doubt. They need a culture chamber. Like I said, and they need to get on it fast. Because, I mean, hey, Cavs did it. Worked out just fine so far. Look at the Guardians. Even though I don't know what the fuck the Guardians are doing now by trading everybody. But Vogt had them within a few games of the World Series. Browns can do it too, because like they say, if you keep trotting out the same thing with the same result, it's insanity. It's total insanity. People be like, oh, they hired this. Browns going to upset the Bengals today. The Browns owned them. We'll see. Sean, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. I'll say this, if the Browns do beat the Bengals, DTR will probably be the player of the game. If they do beat the Bengals today. And if they don't make no mistakes, they got to keep the mistakes at bay, period. And no turnovers. And the Browns, I mean, they got to get a running back too. They're going to have a whole revival on offense. Because, now they're going to have to get a running back. So, now, let me ask y'all, depending on where the Browns pick, which will probably be in the top 10, who would you pick? Would you pick quarterback? But, more than likely, Shador is not going to be available. More than likely, Cam Ward is not going to be available. Would you pick a lineman, a D lineman, offensive lineman? Because you got to think the Browns do need a left tackle. And he might need an offensive guard too. Might need a center. But you get a center later in the draft. Or would you draft a running back? Because the Browns do need that. Because our running game is in shambles. Or would you draft another DN to go along with Miles? Or you never know, because, hey. Or a linebacker. Or another cornerback, because Ward can use some company back there. Or another safety. Because Thornhill, he look like he just done had it. He with the Browns. He just done had it. But anyway, I'm going to go into the prediction today. Matter of fact, before I leave off here, shout out to Ohio State. They went and whooped Tennessee's ass. Emerson, okay, cool. Martin Emerson is going to play today. He cleared concussion protocol. Thanks, Sean. Thanks a lot, my buddy. Thanks a lot. Cleared concussion protocol. He was going to play today. You name the position the Browns needed. But my prediction for today is Okay, Genty. Okay. Genty is so tempting, but with all the needs this team has in the current front office, who knows? True. Right now, I'm be honest. I just say trust your board. Get the best player available that can make an immediate impact upon your football team. Get the best player available that can make an immediate impact upon this football team. But I don't think the front office as is going to be there to make that pick because I don't trust them. Hell no. Hell no. But anyway, my prediction for the day Browns, Cincinnati. Unfortunately, I got Cincinnati winning this game. I don't even know what to score. I'll just say 31-17 Bengals. Hopefully, the Browns surprise me and prove me wrong today. Hopefully, they surprise me and prove me wrong. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Hey, I'll be back on later on this afternoon for the Browns post game, probably 30 minutes after the conclusion of the football game. But today, I think I got Cincinnati winning 31-17. The Browns will be 3-12 as they head into next week against Miami. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Now with the college football thing, playoff, I got 3 out of 4. I knew Penn State was going to beat SMU. Penn State is like one of the most physical teams in the Big Ten. Ohio State, like I said, it was a game they should win against Tennessee. And they played like the Ohio State team that I recognized instead of that team that I seen when they played that team up north. All right, Sean, Browns 27-17. Okay. All right. I got you there. Okay. Texas. I took Clemson. Clemson made it a game. They was getting blown out at first, and they made it a game. Texas, they running game killed Clemson. Clemson could not stop the run. And then Notre Dame, Indiana. I knew Notre Dame was going to win that game. I just knew it. As a matter of fact, I didn't even really watch too much of the Notre Dame, Indiana game. The game I watched the most of was the Texas Clemson game and the Ohio State game last night. As Ohio State really put it on Tennessee, which means Ohio State will be facing Oregon January 1st. New Year's Day on the Rose Bowl. Imagine that. Original matchup. Would have been a Rose Bowl matchup. Imagine that. But anyway, I'm about to get off here because it's almost kickoff time. Remember, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, I will be back on for the post game. Everybody enjoy the game, whether the Browns win or lose. Hey. It is what it is. This is your man, Keith Allen, for All About Sports 216, Cleveland Browns pregame. And I'm out. See you this afternoon.
Go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go Brownies, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Cleveland is the city and town, orange and brown. You know what's going down. We reppin' that dog pound. Fans going crazy. Dogs want a bone. Offense headed straight to the end zone. Ground game, pound game. This is our season. Now we need to stop. Let's go defense, special team, running back 6 for the score. Extra point good and the whole crowd roar. Here we go, Brownies, here we go. Here we go, Brownies, here we go. Here we go, Brownies, here we go. Here we go, here we go.